welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, here in front of Ceana, who has another tip where we could actually find our stupid crystal. Don't fret now, I know exactly where to find the corrupted crystal comprised of ice, suspected Aether. An associate of mine in Gridania has been studying the effects of one such crystal on living beings. Huh? What's with that expression? I thought you would be pleased to hear this news. This is not another wild dodo chase, I assure you. And what's better is that this time you don't need to use that watered pot of yours to protect yourself from this crystal's energy. Hedon's finding suggests that it is quite safe. Why you ask? Well, let's just say it has undergone a unique process that has rendered such precautions unnecessary. Anyway, do not let me keep you. It has been a pleasure, Desiree. Come back and see me sometime, alright? Yeah, we can see her in after Sastasha hard mode. And in case, so that no one gets confused, hard mode in Final Fantasy XIV is different than in other games. It does not mean the same dungeon on a higher level. It means a new dungeon in the same area. So they use the same tile set, and sometimes they reuse some rooms, but the entire area and the bosses are completely new. There's Hedon. You, sir, something about the crystal I can find? Greetings and salutations. Miss Klingo, I presume? Ceana informed me of your adventures in Airport. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Though as Professor Lametno is fond of saying, no action taken in the name of science is ever truly wasteful. To the matter at hand, corrupted crystals possessing the properties you seek can be found in abundance at the standing courses following the calamity. Alas, that is no longer the case, and while there is at least one suitable crystal that remains to be found within the 12th wood, precisely where it is at any given moment is more difficult to say. Permit me to explain. You are familiar with spriggans, yes? The furry little rascals that are wont to seek out ores and other stones? Well, one such creature is an infamously insatiable... One such creature with an infamously insatiable appetite has single-handedly devoured every corrupted crystal in the 12th wood. Fortunately for you, these crystals take an eternity to digest, assuming they can even be digested, and I'm reasonably confident that one still resides within his gut. It's quite fascinating, really. My theory is that this Gigadi first consumed the corrupted crystal when you couldn't care less about all this, could you? To the point then, Gigadi has grown so ravenous that even his fellow Spriggans now fear for their safety. Some have gone so far as to petition the other inhabitants of the 12th wood for succor. In fact, the other day, I heard that a Spriggan had been spotted in the vicinity of Little Solace. I suppose that you find this wayward creature and use him... I propose that you find this wayward creature and use him to track down and slay Gigadi. I can think of no better method to locate the rampaging beast, can you? Whew. Off to Hawthorne Hut and then to the Sylphs. This one is pleased to see Walking One. Has time come for this one to wreak furious vengeance upon Imperial ones? Oh, so Walking One seeks furry ones? This one just saw Furry One wandering about. Was very worried about Furry One. Worried about Furry One's safety. Why, what is with Furry One? Furry One came to Little Solace in search for helpful ones. Asked these ones for aid and succor. But these ones could not do what Furry One asked, so Furry One went elsewhere. Went north into Larkskull. This one tried to warn Furry One, but Furry One would not listen. Many vile ones lurk in the north, and touched ones too. And up there is Tiggy the Spriggan. There's a sylph. Because she also got hers. Tiggy greets Sylph. Sylph bad Sylph. Friend save Tiggy. Friend. Tiggy go back. Back to good Sylph. Now I just saw one of the Sylphs was a hunting target, so see you back in a moment. Okay. Walking One is ever most helpful one. Fairy One Tiggy spoke highly of Walking One's bravery, but this one wonders why Walking One first thought to find Fairy Ones. Walking One seeks Fairy One Giggity. Even these ones have heard tell of Hungry One. Fairy One Tiggy asked these ones to hunt Hungry One, but these ones have no means to do so. Fairy One craves ore, yes? But Hungry One is clever. Clever and cautious. If Walking One wishes to catch Hungry One, Walking One must use very rare, very special ore. This one knows little and less of ore, but Walking One Mervyn at Sanctum of a 12 knows much. Walking One should seek aid of Goldsmithing One. That is up here. The Sanctum of a 12. And here's the Sanctum of a 12 and a temple of sorts, I guess. Where, among other things, players can marry if they choose to do so. Yes, what is it? Ah, you wish to lure out that raging spriggan with a rare ore. I have an idea, although it's a bit unorthodox and convoluted. Yeah, why would it be easy? A church golem was recently sighted near the gates to the Sylphlands. Who created it and why it was left free to roam is anyone's guess. In any case, the construct's presence is profoundly serendipitous, for the soulstone of a church golem is created by enchanting a chunk of true heart ore. True heart, in case you are unaware, is an exceedingly rare ore, one which Giggity has almost certainly never tasted, and will therefore be unable to resist. So all you need to do is search for the golem, slay it, claim its heart, and use it to bait the spriggan. Oh, and do remember to rub the soulstone against a sufficiently large concentration of amber, say, amber scale rock in the central shroud. Short of petitioning a mage versed in golem magic, that is the only way I know to dispel the enchantments woven into a true heart. Huh? Why are you looking at me like that? I had relations with a thaumaturge once, if you must know. Yeah, you interrupted me, asshole. How can I please summon my golem? Where? And the golem is also. Okay. Pull it and pull all these revenants. I mean, they're low level. Hi, Tiggy. Tiggy, follow friend. 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 Clonk. Ohr? Shiny Ohr. 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 Tiggy Ohr? Ah, Giggity Ohr. Friend stop Giggity. Giggity, giggity, giggity. Giggity is home. Tiggy's afraid. Friend come home. Friend stop giggity. Yeah. And over the bridge. Down in the crater. Careful. Sudden level increase. This can really surprise you when you are here for Orcamana down here and just exploring the map, right? Not thinking anything else, and suddenly you have mobs that are 10 level higher. Not too far away? Come. And there is Giggity. Giggity brought a friend. The golem! I get my chocolate out. Oh, help. I pull everything. I need to flee. Thank you for it. Let's get out of here. That almost went bad. Why do not sneak up on me like that? I wasn't grossing. Wait, what is that? What's that god-awful smell? This particular sample happens to be covered in spriggan offal. My words, that's a breathtakingly beautiful crystal. I see my supposition was not mistaken. I also see you weren't averse to digging through spriggan and trades for your price. We owe our furry friend a debt of gratitude, you know? This thick coating of digestive juices is protecting us from the harmful effects of a crystal, just as rewarded Potty once used it. Why so glum, friend? You finally obtained the corrupted crystal you sought, one overflowing with earth, expected Ethan. Calm down. I jest. It's comprised of ice, expected Eva. Why not? I suppose that joke was in poor taste, considering your previous two attempts with or not. Yes, it was. It was indeed. Beg your pardon. I forgot to return your crystal to you. Oh, and there was a message for you from Professor Lamberton. Something about a something about a man named Marquez. Apparently, the professor misses the intellectual stimulation. Forgive me, I should have written it down. It occurs to me that I have yet to ask why you needed the crystal. You aren't planning anything nefarious, are you? It would reflect poorly on me and my research if it was used for evil ends. Ah, well, perhaps it's best I remain ignorant. I didn't become a professor's greatest pupil by filling my head with unnecessary information. Okay, finally back to Sid. Greetings, madam. Do you wish to proceed to your vessel? I want indeed. I can't look at those two from the front. There is a wall even for the camera here. Why do you tarry this way? Our work is at you. All the person modifications have been completed. Once you bring me that crystal, nothing will stand between us and Garuda. As it so happens, I have a crystal here, covered in a spriggan offering. I'll need to run some tests to be sure, but this looks to be exactly what we need. Why not? I'll see that your hard work does not go to waste. Do that. The Enterprise is already more than a common airship, but mark my words, soon it will become something greater, something extraordinary. This is me. This is what I was born to do. Just take a gold piece. When I look at her, I feel as though I've come home. I can think of no other way to express it. According to my tests, the device is now functioning in perfect harmony with the crystal, meaning we can leave whenever we want. But you must understand, tests can only tell one so much. Until we approach the Howling Eye, until we attempt to breach the barrier itself, I cannot not be sure that this will work. I think it's only fair to tell you that there is a small but statistically significant chance that the crystal could trigger a massive, maybe it's better if you but remain positive. Desiree, I want to thank you for reuniting me with my ship, for trusting me and to develop this plan, for everything. You've helped me to rediscover a part of myself I'd forgotten. I'm not the man I once was, and I do not know if I ever shall be, but I do know one thing. This feels right. My apologies for the sudden outpouring of sentiment. I would have waited until after the mission, but, well, you understand.
There. She's ready.
Ah, she stirs. To Kurthus, and an audience with the Harpy Queen Garuda. Enterprise, engage.
Yes, Alvin just made a Star Trek reference. Think you have something there.
Damn it. I once flew in this airship, and I was not alone. There were adventurers on board. Adventurers like you.
Is it? You alright?
Just how long have I worn these damn goggles? Ah, yes, I fancied myself a trendsetter in my younger days. The young prodigy, admired by all, exactly like his father. Born and raised in Garlemald. It was only natural that the precocious young student should become an engineer. Had his father not done the same? Father, when did we stop seeing eye to eye? When did Meteor become your everything, and your loved ones cease to matter? You abandoned us all, but he was there for me, Father. There for me when you were not. Though he proved no better in the end. Gaius was just another man, with an all-consuming obsession. And so I ran, left the Empire behind and came to Eorzea, where I built the ironworks.
How did I do that?
Ah yes, it was then that I first donned these goggles. Eorzea opened my eyes. It was home to so many manner of people, each with their own hopes and dreams. People worth saving, and so I fought beside them. I wanted to prove that my knowledge could serve a nobler purpose. I wanted to prove that there was another way. And it all began that day when I found my new home. I had forgotten how wonderful it was. The wind in your hair, the endless sky. That light. It was you, wasn't it? It's surprising how few people know this, but all pureblood Garleans have a third eye. Perhaps mine helped me recognize you, or perhaps it was just a lucky guess. The Enterprise was made for this. To carry Eorzea's protectors into battle. I am proud to be able to call her my own.
Sid? What exactly do you remember?
Alphinaud, my boy. Sorry to have been such a burden.
So could you please go back to the steering wheel?
I remember everything. My name, my people, and my purpose. Everything. Come, it would be rude to keep Garuda waiting.
Into the eye of the storm. But I will have to make you wait here as I end this episode here. Until next time, I am Mace and don't get lost.